So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about these new document cameras that we're incorporating into the 21st century classroom grants. Now, these new document cameras are really nice. I mean, they're similar to the old document cameras, but there are a few minor changes. Much like the old document cameras that you're getting, you're allowing yourself to use multiple colors at the exact same time. There's red, bring in some blue. Okay, you know, you can use it like you would use an overhead projector. You can write equations. Say velocity final is equal to velocity initial. Excuse me, let me recenter that. Plus the acceleration times time. You can draw yourself some diagrams. Here's the forces acting on a car. Okay. You can be using it. You use it much in the same way you would use a traditional overhead projector, where you would have a slide and you're allowed to doodle away on it as much as you want. Another advantage of it, though, and which you don't have with an overhead projector, is that you're allowed to project three-dimensional images. So, taking for example, I have a dice, and it's a 20-sided dice. I'm allowed to project that image three-dimensionally, okay? Well, I'm not projecting it three-dimensionally, but I'm able to record it three-dimensionally. So you can see a three-dimensional object in there, okay? Much like you can see in my hand, which you wouldn't be able to see when you're shooting it with a traditional overhead. Cool? The other new advantage coming from the newer document cameras is that these newer document cameras have built-in recording capabilities. Right now, this video you're watching, I shot entirely using the document camera in my computer. I'm allowed to do that. I have the freedom to do that because of the new software, the new hardware that comes with these document cameras. It also has an autofocus, so you can move it and it'll focus automatically. Which is really nice. But the really cool thing, and I'm using lots of really's, and I guess I shouldn't, is that with the use of this tool, you can have kids putting together movies, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm recording my movie, and you have a kid do it. Think about having somebody record a movie on the causes of the Peloponnesian War, or the difference between pop art and Impressionism. Talking about that sort of stuff, you can literally have a kid sitting here working in front of this document camera and recording that lecture, and from that lecture you can put it online. Okay, so not only can you do it that way, but think about presentation time. Everybody does presentations. Why not do it a little differently? Why not put a document camera in the corner of the room, hook it up to a laptop, and have them record their presentations using the document camera? And then you can put it online, you can show it in class. That way the kids aren't simply standing up in front of class, taking up time. You know, there are lots of ums and ahs because it's public speaking and they're really nervous about it. But it can be used as a real time saver like that. In addition, it allows you to create a pretty big database. Imagine that you're shooting, let's say, 10-15 minute video a day. A kid's doing this. Or you're shooting your own lectures. Very quickly, you're doing that for 5 classes over the course of the day. That's 5 videos. That's 5 15-minute videos that you've shot. Excuse me, I'm putting the cord out of the way. That you've shot in one day. You've recorded 60 minutes of video that you can be using for something else. That you probably will never have to shoot again. Think about it in math class, or taking 15 minutes to solve a problem. That video can be now posted online. It can be burned to a CD, a DVD, and it's an instant tutorial. And it's a tutorial that's done by the kid and not by you. Not by you. The other really cool thing about having kids do it is the legal liabilities that you run into. Because the document camera is nothing more than shooting my hand and me writing and recording my voice, I'm not copying, I'm not recording faces of my kids. I'm not putting images of my kids online. I'm not facing that legal problem that some of us have to deal with. When you're recording your students doing a presentation, obviously you can't present that anywhere without some sort of permission. So you're removing that legal liability because all you're doing is shooting your hands and recording the voice at the exact same time. Okay? The other really, really interesting thing about these new document cameras, especially the ones that we've got, is that the document camera itself can be used as a recording device. Now, if I take it and I move it, let me flip it real quick. I can record what I'm doing on my chalkboard at the exact same time. Oh, I got it upside down, don't I? There we go. So now I can be standing in front of my document camera. Excuse me, I got cords all over the place. I can be standing in front of my document camera recording a lecture at the exact same time. I'm just sitting here, got my document camera, blah 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 blah. The leading causes of, and there I'm good to go. And in addition to doing that, and think about this in conjunction with the LCD projector and the Mimeo board, is that I can put together a whole lesson plan where I could be going to another website, using the Mimeo board, navigating to other websites, and I can be recording me navigating to those other websites. Okay, me talking, myself talking about Newtonian physics compared to Einstein's theory of relativity and the major disconnects between the two. I can be recording that lecture, and I'm done with that lecture. I can be finished with it. I can show that recording over and over again. I can have that recording online so that the 5 kids that so happen to ditch my class that day will be able to view that lecture at their leisure, and I don't feel like here's a handout and I will try to help you as much as I can. I've already given them the assistance that everybody else in the classroom had. They had that lecture and they had the one-on-one time where we get to work the room. So I can give them part of that, okay? Just by simply taking 5 minutes, setting up the equipment at the beginning of the day, and recording while you're doing stuff. Whether it's using it as a recording device on your blackboard or using it as a recording device as an overhead projector, what it's truly designed to do. Okay? So, that's my presentation on the document camera.